Look, there's other traders who are making way more money than you. You might know this yourself. You might have noticed that this person is crushing, not just by trading, but also teaching people how to trade. You might be wondering, like, what am I doing wrong? How are you doing 6, 7 figures? How are you doing 7-figure months? If you're a trader, you trade and you also sell some type of info where you teach people how to trade, whether it's a low ticket course, high ticket, maybe signal groups. You sell anything that can help other people get into trading. This right here is for you. And if you're like, why should I listen to Kareem? Numbers don't lie. Let me show you some numbers that I've been able to do for a trading offer. So here are the numbers we did in about 3 to 4 months for a trading offer. Here's the revenue generated. Here's the cash collected. We are going to be at $1 million revenue generated very soon, and the cash collected is not very far behind. Also, I've been in this space for 3 years, blah, blah, blah. Don't have to talk too much about why you should listen, because all the knowledge, all the sauce in here, you'll know. So first things first, why should someone go with you out of the thousands of other traders and gurus, trading gurus out there? Every day I'm seeing a new trader, new trading guru, or someone that's documenting their journey. There's just so many. There's so many. So you have to be able to stand out. There's also options, crypto, forex, prop firms, etc., etc. You get the gist, right? So it's very saturated. So how are you gonna stand out? It's very saturated, but if you know what you're doing and you can stand out, you can make so much money so quick. And that's the good thing about this niche. So one minor way, very basic way you can stand out, just like your content style. Are you more flashy, or are you like more boring, educational, blah, 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 whatever, right? But the most important part is, I think that a little bit more advanced version of that is like, what's your USP? Like, this will help you stand out. And that's not USPS. This is USP, your unique selling point. So maybe you stand out because you have a very boring strategy. You have a boring big money strat. Maybe that's the name. It works. It's consistent. Maybe it's boring because you have to sit on your hands and not take multiple trades every single day. But you stick to your process, and it gives you consistent green days, consistent green weeks and months. That might be your USP. Maybe your thing is teaching single busy moms how to swing trade. So maybe you have a strategy. You stand out by having the single busy mom swing trading 360, whatever it is to stand out. Maybe your thing is like it's called perm head 180 velocity strat. Maybe you're some young kid with a C8 and a perm head living on the 9th floor in Miami or something. Whatever your selling point is to stand out, do that, okay? And this also goes into your ICP. Who are you targeting? So, for example, with this one, very simple. Single busy moms who are in their late 20s to 40s. That's your ICP. Now, we got that out of the way. So that's the first thing. Why should someone go with you? So we just answered. I showed you pretty much how to do that. Now, the second thing is stop selling Discord groups and low ticket only. That's the main issue I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of traders who only sell signals or a low ticket program. That is how you stay poor. If you want to make big money, if you want to make a lot of money, you want to hit consistent 6 figures, 7 figures, and even 8 figures, coaching people how to trade, you have to stop doing this right here. Next, you have to think bigger. Think bigger. Think bigger than signals, Discord, low ticket, mid ticket. Think bigger than that. That's little money. Third, think bigger and grow some balls. And once you do that, you'll be able to charge more and give more value. And because you're giving more value, it makes sense for you to charge more, which results in better student results, because you increase the price, and the only way to justify that is to add more sauce, more information, giving them more. That could be they do a trade, they send you their trade, they send you their journals, they send you their plan, and then you give them a custom loan video back to them. Bam. Okay? That will get you student results quick. That will get you a lot of testimonials. And then good student results equals even more money because it will sell itself. People start sending referrals. People start sending their friends, mom, daughter, and their dog. So that's what you have to do. Once you grow some balls, you think bigger, you charge more, which equals more and more and more of all the good stuff. Now, another thing. This is major. What I'm saying. Get out of your own way. So this is once you start thinking big. You grow some balls. Then what you do is you get out of your own way and start hiring. Like, no joke. I'm being serious. You're keeping yourself broke. You're keeping yourself broke by thinking small, by being your own way and having limiting beliefs of like, hey, what if I get scammed by some agency? Which is fair. That's happened to people before. But realistically, that's your own fault for not doing more research. Okay? But if you don't change that, you're never going to be able to hit those bigger numbers, and you're never going to find the right person to work with, the right partner, the right agency, whatever, XYZ. So get out of your own way. Start hiring, because I swear to God, you cannot do this by yourself. I've talked to coaches who did it for 2+ years by themselves, and they were stuck at $30K a month for 2 years straight. They were averaging $30K months. And the month before I came in, they did $17K cash collected. I came in next month, bam, $225K is what I made them. First month. Came in, took them from $17K a month to $225K a month. What did I just do? Like 9x their business? Crazy numbers. That's all I know. So yeah, that mindset is keeping you broke. These limiting beliefs are keeping you broke. You being hard-headed is keeping you broke. You being lazy and not wanting to hire out, not wanting to look for the right talent. It's probably why you got scammed, and that's what's keeping you broke. But once you get out of your own way, you start hiring, and you hire sales and marketing. One thing to keep in mind, do not hire a separate marketer and a completely different sales manager who are not under like the same agency, or they don't have a similar style. They're completely different and they're on different pages. You want them to be on the same page. So ideally, for example, you want to hire someone who handles sales and marketing. They handle both. They're on the same team. So everything from click to close is on the same page. Because if it's not, it's going to go so bad. You're going to have the marketing team get mad at the sales team because they're not getting any closes. And then the sales team getting mad at the marketers because like, hey, we're not getting quality leads coming through these ads. So that's why you want them to be under the same team, same page, everything. Next, once you make the right hire, and the right hire will do this for you. Starting off, you'll do organic if you have some type of following, a personal brand, which if you don't, I wouldn't recommend. You wouldn't even be watching this video, right? So start off with your organic, squeeze as much as you can out of the organic before you go into ads. So what you would do is create something like an organic funnel, organic content funnel. This is what I do for my clients to get you leads organically. Pretty much, just to give you quick examples. So the way you do this is you have a CTA in your reels. So you just organically post reels on Instagram. Make sure you have CTAs in there. Same thing, you do the same thing on your stories. Make sure you tell a story and has a CTA in there. Make sure you're giving knowledge CTA in there. Make sure you're doing like objection handling, and then you throw a CTA in there. So many different ways you can do story sequences and get creative with it. Same thing with the reels. And the main thing is you're gonna have many chat. As soon as they comment this keyword or DM me this keyword, the main chat sends them a link to. I made a whole video about this, but I'll send them a link to your funnel essentially, and they'll be able to book a call. Or if they don't, you need to have a human DM setter in your DMs. The DM setter will set them, or you'll get outbound dialed by your phone setter. Okay, we'll get into all that in a second. That's like the sales process. Okay, so this strategy, like no leads will slip through the cracks. They're gonna get set somehow. Okay, so once you have that, then the next stage is making sure you have book a call funnel. Make sure you have a book a call funnel with a VSL that pretty much goes over the 3 sales and info, selling them on you, the personal brand, selling them on the business model, selling them on themselves. You just want to front load it with a lot of testimonials. It's a good way to sell them on themselves, people that they can relate to. Like, hey, this person was just like me, same situation as me. I could probably do this too. Let me give it, let me book a call. Okay, so you want to sell them on 3 sales, and there's a few other things you want to go over on that VSL in that video. Pre-handling objections, breaking down these limiting beliefs, telling them about the program, a little bit of education in there, blah, 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 right? Another thing you want to have in your funnel is a type form to qualify these leads and route them in different ways. If they're unqualified, you take them here. If they're qualified, then they get to book a call on their own. And then this is where the killer sales process comes in my opinion, the most important part. 40-60 you see right here. Like, what does that even mean? What that means is everything here that I'm explaining, the sales and marketing, it's 60% sales and 40% marketing. If you have a dialed in sales team who will have speed to lead, your phone setters having speed to lead as soon as they opt in, they get contacted while they're still hot, while the lead's still warm, and you have skilled closers, you have a great culture, meaning the way you're going to have a great culture, by the way, is like you have a great sales manager who knows how to lead, who knows how to build a good team culture and be able to keep people around, which is not easy to do in this space because like sales reps bounce offer to offer. And me personally, I've been able to keep sales reps around over a year on the same offer, which is unheard of in this space, right? So you have to know how to build a good culture. There's a lot that goes into having a good sales manager and keeping your sales reps around, having good sales systems. So if you have that dialed in and you're like, you might be wondering like, where do I find these good sales reps? Well, there's a lot of different places. For example, with me, I have connections to the top coaches, the top sales coaches, and I've built a name for myself in this space where I have access to the top talent in this space, pretty much, to keep it short. Okay, so having killer sales process in place. So there's a lot that goes into it. So making sure I've made a breakdown on this too as well. Having really good phone setting frameworks, SOPs that your sales team follows. Having really good closer scripts, SOPs, frameworks that your closers follow, and having them be really good at discovery, objection handling, making sure people want to talk to them, they look good on camera. There's so much that goes into it, and then making sure you manage this and the whole like hiring and firing process. So once you have a killer sales process, that's when you make a bag. Actually, a lot of bags. You'll make a shit ton of money because trading offers rip. If you know what you're doing, they're going to rip. They're going to rip. And if you want them to rip even more, here's what you do next once you do this. So this will get you, let's say you're struggling to hit 6 figures. This will get you just consistent 6-figure months and beyond. But like, let's say you want to do 7-figure months. Okay, cool. This is the path you're going to head down. Okay. To keep it simple, here's some things you can do to make more money. We'll start off simple. You can do a price increase. You can do upsells. So have a higher ticket. Maybe your high ticket right now is $6K. Add a high ticket upsell, that's $15K, where they get one-on-one access. Bam. You can add renewals. Maybe you have a 6-month program. After those 6 months, have renewals where they can stay for another 6 months. Bam. Now we're talking about the good stuff. Paid ads. Then you go from the organic process I showed you, and then you go into paid ads. Now I can make a whole separate video about paid ads. I can do that in the future and break that down as well. But with paid ads, this is when you can scale and unlock an audience that wouldn't be possible organically. It will unlock a whole new world, and this is how you're actually able to predictably scale and build a business that's going to be around for a long time, and you're not just relying and you're not in the hands chokehold of the organic algorithm. and your business is going to be relying on if Instagram is going to push out your video today or this month, or if you get like shadow banned or something. This will give you the freedom to have predictable scale. And with trading, you want to think long term. Okay, first few months, I'm investing this much. I have this much money. I'm throwing at ads. I just don't just throw the money at ads. You have to know what you're doing. That's why you hire people for this. You have to think long term with that. It's pretty much my point. And it's predictable scale, and that's where you can reach 500K months, $1 million months, and then paid ads, and then you combine that with webinars, challenge funnels, plus many more cash injections. From there, sky's the limit. Sky is the limit. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to go over on this offer very, 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 very quickly with you guys. The main thing is make sure you're able to stand out from all these other traders out here. Make sure you have a unique selling point. Know your ICP. Have great sales and marketing in place. You don't want to do everything yourself. And then once you're ready, you can start implementing these different ways to scale even beyond the numbers you reach organically. All right. But yeah, if you got something out of this video, just give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe if you want. You don't have to, but that'd be appreciated. And yeah, you can feel free to reach out to me on Instagram if you have any specific questions about anything I went over or anything you want to see more in depth. I can send you in-depth videos about them. Okay, so love you guys. Instagram is kareem.msk, or you can just go to the description. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.